Today, we are working on my fiance's 2013 Chrysler 200. She got a hold of me yesterday, and there was a light on the dash. It was having a little issue. And as soon as I opened it up, I saw this was sitting about like that. So yeah, that's kind of an issue. This little plastic piece has broken off. So, got that ordered. It came in today. It was the wrong piece, because over the phone trying to describe that is a little odd to some people apparently. So I got online to show them the correct piece, because they told me I had to order this hose all the way across, including this piece, and over to here, like $105. I'm like, surely to goodness I can get just this. Really, I mean, seriously, it's just a little plastic T-piece. It snaps underneath, it clips in. It's not that big a thing. Surely it goes, I can get just that. Turns out one auto parts store, which I usually like going to, that's the one I typically go to, it wasn't even in their computer unless it was listed as a Dodge part. And okay, fine. It was listed as you buy the whole piece for a Chrysler 200, but this actual little fill neck, as it's called, was listed as, you know, a Dodge part, not even connected to the Chrysler whatsoever. They did not have it in stock, so I went across the street to a different place that I go sometimes if I cannot find a part, and they had one. So, and much less than $105. Yay! So that's good. So we are going to work on that today. Now, also today, got a new toy so I can do this a little easier and not try to hold the camera by myself, because that's kind of hard to do, and I don't have to wrap somebody else's time up trying to hold the camera for me. So I got one of these little tripod doohickeys. We're going to see how this works, or if it works, and how well I can work with it. Get our trusty rusty pliers, and even though this is already loose, we will get this retaining hose clamp off of here. Hopefully, I am not much of a mechanic, as you will find out watching this. I'm more of a shade tree mechanic. In the past, I was typically the guy that holds the flashlight and so forth for the person doing most of the work. But when it necessitates, and when it comes to a lot of money and stuff, I try to do what I can. So I know I'm supposed to have one of those little pointy tools to separate this little piece. This might be a problem, or it might not. Wow, this is just coming out. This is melted and degraded. I can see why it broke so easily. This thing is just old, I reckon. And it's coming out in little pieces, which means I need to be careful that it doesn't go down into this hose, like that little piece. Now, I see a lot of videos, guys put on the gloves and stuff. Yeah, I've got some gloves around here somewhere. It's just not my style. I'll clean my hands up after the fact. It's just antifreeze, right? That's not gonna do anything. Hopefully that is all. I don't hear any more pieces in there. It is a little bit humid, a little bit muggy out today. I'm not even really done anything, and I already have some sweat dripping. You know, I do have a set of those little metal pick things somewhere that you're supposed to use for this, but I said this was a little easier to find. It's the first thing I got to, so we'll just use that. I'm hoping this stuff shows up on camera, because I'm just kind of winging it here. Set this over here. Okay, or not. I'll sit you over here. There we go. And this other hose clamp, let's see if I can not fling it across the yard. Yeah, this one's on there nice and tight too. Come on. Pull off here. Hey Derek, how do you make this look so easy, dude? I know you've been doing it a lot longer than I have and a lot more skilled at it, but well, I just put that right down through the plastic and all. So this other side would have gone pretty soon also if this hadn't broken on that other side. Like that. Wow. Okay, this little plastic thing that is used for a connector is just literally crumbling up here where the hot water goes through it. It is shot. That's why we have the replacement. Try to pop this off without splashing myself in the face. Let me grab a different tool here. Okay, grab a little bit longer, a little bit bigger piece. Maybe I can slide it in here a little bit easier and separate this without doing too much damage to this hose. So I really don't want to replace the hose at the prices they were giving me. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's all good. Just comes out in pieces, right? I'm supposed to do that. I hope. All right. And this hose doesn't have anything to drain back in it on this side because that's good. It blew all the water out when she was driving it home. Well, yeah, that stuff just crumbled off. Will this come out the same way? Will it just crumble? No. It's gonna make me try to get in there and squeeze it. Yes. So there's a little squeezed together piece underneath here that you just squeeze. Or in this case, I'm not really worried about just breaking because, you know, I'm not reusing this. All right, it's got a little piece that's supposed to squeeze together right there. And this thing just literally, when I started putting the screwdriver in there to loosen that hose, just sheared off. This is the side that blew. It just blew out. Just the heat and everything. So, let me wipe this off a little bit here. Make it a little more presentable so she doesn't think it's a big old mess. That's good. And let's get the replacement part. And in case you wondered, this is the part. It is the Duralast DL902-305 coolant filler neck, as you can see in this picture. I think you can see this, I hope. Where's my cameras? Okay. Okay, so anyway, that is the part number that they gave it at an auto parts place as opposed to the one that I normally go to. And it comes with a couple of these nifty rings, or the hose clamps already for you. Looks like those will be a little easier to hold on to. This just snaps in there. We snap it all back together. I'm going to try not to twist on this too much. It looks like this is just formed in place on this thing. And I don't really want to try to take that loose or in any way, shape, or form, because I don't have to. That slot looks a little bit wider than this way, so I'm going to put it in from this direction and twist. Yay, that made a lot of sense. Okay. And that hose, nope, wait a minute. Don't put the hose on yet. Our clamps. Got our trusty, rusty pliers. These are not the tool for this job. I'm well aware of that. It's what I have on hand. So that's good. Now I may need to find a set of something else. Hang on just a minute. Okay, I got my very rusty, maybe trusty, we hope, channel locks. We're gonna see if we can open this up. Yay. Enough to get it on here. Oh, come on, please. I don't want to dig those other ones out and try to find the one that's in the yard. These look much nicer. I know. If I was using the proper hose clamp plier things, this would be easier on me. Whoa, donut. Okay, guess I need to dig the one out from under the car and find the one that's in the yard. I will be back. Okay, contrary to what you may think, I'm trying to find one of these round things over in the grass that probably needs to be mowed a little bit. Not that easy. Took a little bit of scrounging around, but I found it. Thank goodness, because this fits much better than the replacement ring they gave me. Slide that bad boy up there. Clamp this again. I'm trying not to put too much pressure on this hose because I've got a feeling this is an original hose. And like that original plastic piece that broke, I have a feeling the hose might go fairly easily as well. And I really, like I said, don't want to pay the prices they quoted me just for a couple hoses. Even though some diehard people would be, yeah, let's change them. I'm not. Would it be a safe practice to go ahead and change them? Maybe. It's all good. Now, that is on there. That piece, I guess it just kind of wobbles in place on that. I was trying not to separate that, but it is what it is. Put our overflow tube on here, and it is connected. And it's a good thing I kept the cap, because this does not come with a cap. Imagine that. But luckily, that one works. I am glad of that. So now let's put some antifreeze back in this. I have no idea how much fluid she actually lost from this blue. Like I said, it was just down the street, but there's no telling how much it sprayed out from there to here. So I've got this nice orange bottle of universal. Mixes with any color. That should be good. We're going to assume that, you know, they have done the research and we can trust what they say, right? You know, all these products wouldn't lie to us, would they? They wouldn't tell us it does something that it doesn't. Nah, it'll be good. Am I using a funnel? No. Let's just see if we can kind of pour it. And this is the concentrated stuff, so I will need to fill it with water as well. I went ahead and I'm doing it this way instead of mixing it in a bucket because I figure it probably blew a lot of fluid out driving up the street. Just hoping it didn't do any damage to the engine itself, because she didn't just turn the car off and walk up the street. And right now I'm wondering, okay, am I going to have any of those lovely air gaps in the engine, any bubbles down in there, air pockets? I'm hearing a lot of gurgling going on. I'm going to suppose that's good. And okay, well, it now says it's full, so that means I need to run a little bit and see if we can get that thermostat opened up and run some of this down. Well, it's going down a little bit on its own. Well, now it's going in to fill the auxiliary tank over here, the overflow tank. No, it's going down, kind of, slowly. Maybe she didn't lose as much fluid as I thought. I could be wrong. Good, bad, or otherwise, we will find out. Let me start this up and see. Let me wipe her hands just a little bit. I know she doesn't want to get her keys all messy. Good enough, right? Yeah, and it immediately sucked a bunch of that down, which I figured it would, so that's good. I am going to go with the assumption that it'll suck down more when that thermostat opens. I'd say the engine probably needs some. Pick up my junk here. Just throw those other bands over there out of the way. You never know, you might need those. That's what that clattering sound was. Yes, I tossed them. And here's what I was waiting for. I see the fluid kind of rising up in the neck here. The hose is definitely wanting to touch, especially on the engine side, more so than the radiator side. So this is heating up. This thermostat either did or will soon kick open. We'll let it run a little bit more just to make sure. And we will see if we get some flow through there like we're supposed to. Yeah, it's getting nice and warm, so Hopefully I didn't overfill to where we're not going to see the flow running through the hose. Hopefully it drops down a little bit and then we can fill it to level. Which, if you go by this little thing over here, it's between the full and the add. So it should have room to go, but I don't go by that. I go by looking inside here. This is a fairly quick fix. It really didn't take that long. I spent more time digging around for tools and digging around the grass for a band, for the hose band, than anything. But it's been a fun little project to work on. And I can get her car running for her, so that's a good thing. That's always a win-win. There, it's going down a little bit. I am definitely not a car guru of any means. I am, as I said, more of a shade tree mechanic or a flashlight holder. I have worked on stuff when I had to. When it was necessary and didn't have the funds to pay somebody else to do it, or didn't have someone else around to help do it, then I've done what I had to. But that's not usually my preference. But I've been kind of leaning that way after helping my son working on changing the interior in his Del Sol and kind of doing this. And I've been watching one of my favorite auto shows on YouTube where he goes out and finds abandoned vehicles that are set for years and years and see if he can get them run just enough to get home. I really enjoy that show, so maybe I'll do a few more car videos of my own and see what I come up with. I would definitely not be any kind of a vice grip garage, maybe a channel lock carport. But no, more than anything, we enjoy getting out and doing our hikes and our adventures and our trips to go see different places and exploring areas and just experiencing life and having fun. And this is part of that. This is part of experiencing life. You fix the things you got to fix. That is definitely hot. That thermostat should be open by now, so I'm assuming it's full and running pretty decent. But at RT WeGo, what we do is our little sub heading says, we enjoy life. That's what we try to do. So hopefully you enjoy watching this. Really, there wasn't much to it. I see the steam rolling off of it now, so it's nice and hot. So yeah, it's pretty full. But hopefully you've enjoyed watching this, and if one of you has a similar problem, hopefully it helps you take care of it too. You can get this part. You don't have to buy the whole thing. Depending on the age of the vehicle, it might be advised to buy the whole thing. But in this case, I did not need all the hoses. I just needed the fill neck. And that part number is back at the beginning of the video. You can see that. And I hope this video helps somebody out if they need it. It's been fun. Thank you for watching. You're too pretty. You need to catch up. Well, you're getting a little bit. There it goes. It's flowing. And it looks like it's stabilized on the level. It's looking good. It's been fun sharing this with you.